A lot of discussion today in China is focused on sort of debt issues, local debts, shadow banking. I think those are the legacies. Those are issues had for a while. But the key issues, we need looking forward, looking for the futures. What's the futures for China? There's a new industry, for example, energy efficiency. For example, clean energy. For example, climate change related industries. I mean, for example, high technology embodied manufacturers. I think those are the new areas for China move in.
And also here in the States, what investors concerned the most about Chinese economy is whether the slowdown in housing market will lead to a possible burst of the sector. How likely do you think that's going to happen? Housing
market have to and will experience a restructuring. I think this is very clear because the housing price is way high and the vacancy rate is way, way high. Right? I mean, this is 500 million square meter, the empty spaces there. And most of the development companies in the real estate has a pretty high debt ratios. So I would say the whole industry restructuring is inevitable. But the key issues is a lot of concerns that whether they will have a hard landing. I think the few things we have to look into that. The first issues, in China, demand is still there. There's 100 million people moving in the cities from rural areas looking for the housing, right? And also we need a supply demand because industry, the consolidation is inevitable. So we need a policy to facilitate this real estate sectors and consolidation. If we can do those things, combine both, we call the two-handed policies, supply and demand, we see the Chinese real estate sector will have a soft landing. We don't see it will be a big issues for Chinese economic growth in the near future.
So besides the risks and the concerns brought by the Chinese economic slowdown, is there anything from the slowdown that will actually benefit the rest of the world?
I think the big issue is it's not only slowdown, it's a stabilization and move into the more sustainable growth path for China, which is a big benefit for the whole world. China contributed more than 34% of global GDP growth. So China moved to a more sustainable, a stable growth path. It's a big good news for the whole world. The second issue is when China had the internal reforms, open more private sectors, welcome private sector invest in all the market sectors, which also will welcome more international investors move into those sectors, which will be good news for the international investors as well. And the third also very important issue is China do the internal structure change, reduce investments, and push the consumption up, which will create another the business opportunity for all the other partners as well, and which obviously will have the impact on the restructuring for the other commodity export for China. But do the structural reform also will be good for them as well.